enough. It creates the because I remember the conversations, just having been on the other side of this, a lot of companies kind of in that stage of like where Dom was, he's struggling. I remember having conversations with founders and their salespeople, and the founders are like, yeah, we got super strong product market fit and like 10 million bucks in the bank, and we got 24 or 36 months in the bank. I talked to one guy who raised $100 million off $1 million in ARR. I'm like, so they've got infinite.
That's wild.
Yeah, infinite.
He makes more money on his treasury return than he does on his revenue at that point.
I was talking to him afterwards, and he said the exact same thing. It's nuts. And there's a huge difference between in startups now than they were 3 years ago. 3 years ago, you had people with like weak product market fit scaling up. Dom saying, "Hey, this is such a struggle. I'm trying to push a wet noodle up a hill," and the founder's like, "Let's just dump gasoline on it because we just want to grow."
Yep.
How did you get from kind of where you were at to you had that moment of like just scribbling on the whiteboard, moving into, okay, this is the new thing we're going to build. Was it just like, hey, we're going to build this, we're going to solve this problem for Dom? Did you do some other customer development? Help me understand. What happened next?
So what ended up happening there is, okay, so I remember Craig and I, we drew a bunch of things on the whiteboard and we're like, all right, here's the workflow. We think we can actually solve all of these secretly. And then I think I had like another big project that was going on. So I was like, let me complete this. Let me finish it off in a week. And then at some point I had downtime. So I think it was over a weekend or something. I'm like, let me, just spend the whole day seeing if I can like secretly make this product work. So we did that. We then, honestly, the real thing is if you're not like dog fooding your own product, it's impossible to know. And we just had Dom who was like placing cold calls like all the time. So we were like, all right, let me build out the beta. Let me give it to Dom. Let's like just see the empirical results. Like we can like just time him how much more dials he does, like, how much more effective he is. And I think, we had an intuition it was reasonable. I think when Dom used it, he was like, yeah, I think this is going to work. And then we started, just giving it to very like people close in our network who had been using Trellus for a while, and giving it to them. And I think this is when we learned the hard lesson: don't give things out for free. Like we knew this at this point, like to not do that. And so, in a weird way, like all these people who we've given out software for free for like 2 years for, the auto dialer is now pay gated, and so to them, like it was like an interesting alternative of like now we've built up this like user base. But if you have a new product, it's actually possible to go sell it to those free users at that point. And so that was kind of the approach we ended up taking from it. But yeah, it was mostly just like experiment. We didn't really know if it'll work. We threw it to Dom and he was like, yeah, it does a thing.
That's the thing you said it was going to do, yeah.
Yeah.